Hello everyone. Welcome back to Dr. Liu's VCE Chemistry channel. Today, let's learn together about the 2019 NHT Chemistry examination. We will focus on questions related to galvanic and fuel cells. My explanations may need to be revised. If any teachers, parents, or classmates find errors, please feel free to provide your guidance. This is a galvanic cell. However, there is not enough information to identify the gas produced or whether the electrodes are the same or different. Electrons flow through the external circuit. The reaction at the anode must be oxidation, which lost the electrons. Furthermore, the word alkaline implies the presence of hydroxide ions. So, the answer is D. Current depends on the amount of electrons flowing. Ca atoms release 2 electrons, whereas K atoms release 1 electron, i.e. Ca produces more electrons per mole than K. Furthermore, the atomic mass of Ca is not 2 times more than K. So, A is correct. A balanced thermochemical equation must have correct formulas, stoichiometry, states, and enthalpy. Refer to databook, find the heat of combustion per gram, and calculate the energy released. An answer correct to 3 significant figures was required. Full combustion is the key word. First, calculate the mole of propane, and then the mole of oxygen with the ratio of propane to oxygen in full combustion equations. Finally, calculate the volume of oxygen and air. The viscosity of alkyl fuels is given in the table. According to this table, a combination of butanol and lauric acid produces the slowest biodiesel. Identify features of linoleic acid that contribute to its lower viscosity. There are more carbon-to-carbon double bonds in linoleic acid molecules than in oleic acid molecules. Linoleic acid molecules are polyunsaturated, but oleic acid molecules are monounsaturated. Linoleic acid molecules have more kinks in their hydrocarbon chains. Alkyl esters with fatty acids with the same number of carbon atoms, similar hydrogen chain length, differ in viscosity based on how many double bonds are present in the fatty acid. The larger the number of carbon-carbon double bonds, the lower the viscosity. Kinks in the fatty acid chains, due to the double bonds, lower the strength of intermolecular forces and decrease the viscosity of the fuel. Hence, the greater the number of doubles, the weaker the intermolecular attraction and the lower the viscosity. A strip of iron is inserted into the solution of Ni ions. Referring to standard electrode potential, we found that Ni ions are higher than Fe ions. So, Fe metal will lose electrons to Ni ions as a reducing agent. Now, Ni ions are separated from Fe metal, which constitutes galvanic cells. The electrons flow from reducing agents to oxidating agents. The reducing agent is iron metal. The oxidating agent is nickel ion solution. The cathode inserted into the solution should be any electrical conductors, such as nickel metal, Pt metal, or carbon. Both setup A and B occur reoxidation. In setup A, Fe metal is converted into Fe ions, and electrons do not flow through an external electric circuit. So, the chemical energy is converted into thermal energy in setup A. In setup B, the electrons flow from the anode to the cathode through the external circuit. So, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy in setup B. In this fuel cell, methane is oxidized by oxygen gas. Methane loses electrons and oxygen gains electrons. Electrode P is poured into methane, and losing electrons occur at anode, so it is an anode. At the cathode, oxygen gains electrons to produce oxide ions. Electrolytes must be regenerated to maintain the fuel cells. Here, oxide ions are consumed at the anode, and oxide ions must be regenerated at the anode. Compare the amount of greenhouse gas produced by SOFC and fired power stations. 3 marks cover 3 points. SOFCs involve direct conversion of chemical to electrical energy, so are more efficient than a conventional power station. Both reactions will produce greenhouse gases carbon dioxide and water vapor. An SOFC is more efficient and will hence produce less greenhouse gases for a given amount of energy produced. Don't forget that water is also a greenhouse gas. In galvanic and fuel cells, 3 multiple-choice questions are worth 3 marks, and 2 short-answer questions are worth 21. The overall score for this section is 24 marks. With a total possible score of 120 points, the percentage for this section is 20% of the total score. If you need my help, please add me on WeChat or WhatsApp and send me an email. Thanks for your attention. Please note Dr. Lu's VCE Physics channel, Dr. Lu's VCE Chemistry channel, and Dr. Lu's VCE Biology channel.